Welcome back to the fourth quarter of the Bobby Dupre Show, along with Andrew, my sidekick here.
Good morning.
And we want to get our, we have sponsors. You took care of the sponsors.
Man,
great,
I was on
great,
the ball
great,
today.
great.
When I saw some little gaps, I got in.
Well, good. We have a lot of little subjects we can talk about and not take up the whole 15 minutes. 10 concerts in 24 hours. Doesn't sound like much, but it broke a record of Guinness's World Book
10
of
cities.
records.
10 cities, too. Not just 10 concerts, 10 cities. He'd travel around to do
In
that.
24 hours. And I saw him
Hunter Hayes.
on national TV. One of the shows, concerts that he put on, I mean, there was some screaming young ladies in there. But you realize the
Why would they be screaming at
coverage
Hunter
he
Hayes?
got.
Why would women scream at him?
Well, he's a good-looking young 20-year-old boy.
And he can sing
And
well.
and he can sing well. And while we were talking about Zydeco, I'm sure he can whip up a Zydeco song just as quick as he can sing anything else. He's talented. He's so talented. It's either 13 or 15 different instruments he can play. I mean, not just strum it or whatever. He can play that many. And that's my...
That's not for me. That's for Steve. We took that from Steve.
No, that's mine.
Huh?
I brought that today. I brought it.
Uh-oh, Steve.
Uh-huh. Hunter Hayes breaks the record. Anyhow, we having fun over here. And he's right there from Breaux Bridge, Louisiana, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Leo
You know whose record he broke?
Hayes. Nope.
He broke his own record because 9 was the record, and he did 10 just to show him he could go all the way. The record had been 8. He did 9, then he broke his own record with 10.
Oh,
that's
I
a man.
see.
He put it out there that way. If they're going to catch him, they got to go way out there to catch him.
They've got to go out there. Well, and it
Good guy.
he's dedicated.
And all the money went, it was all for charity. All the money raised was to help to end child hunger. So, I mean, what a great thing.
That was a fundraising issue to it, too. I watched it on TV for... I was working on a program or something material when I saw it, and of course I recognized him, and it was one of these shows outside. What is that, NBC that does that in the morning?
In the morning, yeah, Today Show.
Today Show, and he was on that show, and I mean, it's not just the young people at that point, the whole world sees it. So anyhow, he needs to come over here, and we can broadcast him on the World Show. That's correct. The Jazz Fest estimated to have 435,000 attendees in those 2 weekends that they hold it.
It may have been the most. It was a pretty high number for them.
And at the same time, it goes to show you the problems that the racehorse industry is having at the fairgrounds, because most of this showing and all that heavy equipment that brings in all these different acts and all these vendors and television lights and sound systems and big bandstands and all right in
on the
turf and on the dirt track and all that bottom, the people are milling around on it. And
hurting the horse business.
Hurting the horse business. Yesterday, I guess it was yesterday or Monday or Tuesday at the legislative session on the Senate side, the Patrick, what's the young singer from New Orleans? That's Connick.
Harry Connick Jr.
Well, that's a brother. Pat is a state representative. His bill was heard, and they, instead of passing as a law, it was read into the records of what agreement has been reached between the fairgrounds and the Racing Commission and HBPA. So we started this issue, and I guess the Racing Commission started it too, but I didn't see their representatives at the meeting last week and yesterday. I'm not sure if any were there. I understand that possibly Charlie Gardner was in attendance, but I didn't see him when he was there last Tuesday. But anyhow,
first cousin to Harry Connick. That's what it is.
First cousin. Okay, good. And
I blew your mind.
you want to do the show?
Well, I just was trying to get it. You want it to be accurate.
Oh, yeah.
You want it to be
we
accurate.
got to be accurate.
We got to get it right.
Same family.
Because somebody's going to call us and tell us if we don't get it right.
Oh,
on
yeah,
there.
I'm sure.
Probably Harry
you.
himself. Maybe
Yeah.
Harry Senior will call. Still, you used to play the drums.
Yeah.
You remember that? He was Attorney General.
I'm going to walk away from that statement.
No, not Attorney General. He was DA of New Orleans. Excuse me.
For years.
For years and
Years and years. Did you see the ad, the Mary Landrieu ad?
With Moon?
With her daddy?
It was cute.
I thought it was cute. And it says a lot. And it's cute at the same time. Not, you know, a lot of people in her stature, that parent is either not alive or very, very old and incapable, but Moon is still Moon. What he was
head of HUD maybe under Jimmy Carter? Was it HUD?
And he was mayor for 2 or 3 terms. I don't know if they had now they have a 2-term limitation in New Orleans, but at that time I'm not sure. But anyhow, you don't have to look that up. Listen and help me with the program here.
I got you.
So anyhow, the Jazz Fest brings a lot of people to New Orleans. So if we can all work this out together, they finally have admitted, and the Horsemen are going to be interested to hear this, and the betters and everybody else that are interested in thoroughbred and quarter horse, because they run 10 days of quarter horse racing every year, or they attempt to. They finally have admitted, their engineers, that some of the drains under the surface of the track have been broken. They were the old clay type, and they've been over the years, heavy equipment rolling on them and all. There's some breakage in them. So hopefully all of this can come to a equitable and a solution that makes everybody happy, and maybe get more people to go to the racetrack. First kissing, now waffling. Well, y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't have to mention that. Swamp Pop comes to music and market this weekend. Warren Storm, Willie T, and the Cypress Band.
Man.
And the featured vegetable is herbs. And it's going to be back at the Vieux Village, which is on the east end of Opelousas when you're driving in from Port Barre direction or getting off the interstate, the entrance into Opelousas. Right there, you're going to have some good music. And this goes on from 5:30 to 8:30 this
and
Friday.
walk around, see all the old historic homes there in the Vieux Village while you're there.
That has really come on, and if you get a chance, take a look at the Orphan Train Museum. And we were talking about barbecuing earlier, barbecuing for therapy. And that's what Herman Fuselier, who is the sports writer for the Daily Advertiser, which is part of the Daily World.
I don't know what sports writer. He kind of does
he was a sports writer.
Correct.
I'm sorry.
Herman back, I guess he writes about everything.
Yeah,
I guess.
he's kind of the social event.
Knows all about music.
The music, the events happening, like what we just said there. He had something to do with putting that together.
When he barbecues every weekend, he got a little bottle. He takes a picture on his barbecue pit. He posts on the internet sometime. A little bottle of some pink stuff in there. I just want to let you know, Herman, I see that picture when you barbecue.
And they got to get their that Parish Brewing, which is out of Broussard, Louisiana.
Yes, sir.
And they seem to be doing well and growing, as well as our friends over in Orneville, Highway 31.
Highway 31 beer?
Beer, yep. The Knott family, K-N-O-T-T. Alderman agreed to take a pay cut. The alderman and the mayor. I don't think the mayor actually votes on it. He wanted a little steeper cut on the mayor's.
But they don't cut him because you can't vote on your own cut. That goes into next term, so he doesn't actually have a cut.
No, these cuts are not going to take place right away.
Right.
But the newly elected next time will take it.
Right.
And I guess they must have felt they were being overpaid. I don't know. You know, it's the phone calls that you have to take 24 hours a day.
Absolutely. When a dog barks in the neighborhood, they don't call the sheriff. They call the mayor.
And they don't call
they call the councilman.
That's right. They call the councilman. Born to Run. Original lyrics on display. You know, there's all kind of things that sell for a lot of money. Yeah. And the original lyrics of Born to Run by Bruce Springsteen in 1975 was written on a napkin. and somehow or another that napkin was saved. And that napkin has recently sold for $197,000.
Wow.
That's a lot of money
That's
for
a lot
a
of
napkin.
napkin.
I had a plan on opening up a federal credit union. And it was written for me on a napkin, and I still have that napkin. One day I'll tell y'all who gave me that idea, a very successful
The only thing I know
banker.
about a napkin that you did was you once bought a business in Opelousas called Frank's Liquor Store on a napkin. You and I and
on a Friday afternoon, I was calling to debrief you. I had two Coors Lights waiting for you.
Come over here. We're trying to close this deal. You need to come help me.
No, that's not what I said. Now you're stretching it.
I think that's what you told me.
No, I didn't tell you that. I said I want you to come on. I want to debrief you because I've been going all week, and we were really making some progress in our computerization. You remember that was?
Oh, sure.
That was
absolutely.
By the time you got there, I'd found out it was for sale and had agreed on the price, and the keys were handed to me, and
left with the cash drawer that evening.
Red, what's his name? His wife's still alive. Anyhow, he turned the keys over to me. He said, "It's
Ray
yours."
Nolan.
Ray Nolan.
Bingo.
Yeah. And so I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "Well, I trust you. It's yours as of right now." So by the time you got there, we were
The
serving
deal was
beer.
done.
The deal was done. That's how things are done when you're working with friends and you trust
he
each
left
other.
from there and bought a new establishment. He got in a different place. I mean, literally the same night, if I'm not mistaken. He rolled it right over. Summertime is what he called the place. The old Rose Garden in Nuba is what he went. Remember?
I didn't remember.
Oh,
that.
yeah, I remember all that.
Yeah.
I'm still young enough to remember some
I
of that.
met one of my wives there one night, about midnight.
I believe you did.
Yeah, in fact, I was riding with you when I did that.
I think we were looking for property that
You
night.
think y'all gonna want to see that book when I write that book? There's gonna be some interesting
we were
stories.
just checking out property that
How
night.
about our friend Rocky DeCluet from Lawtell, Louisiana, who happens to be the booking agent assisting on the booking dates for Gino Delafosse, one of the most popular bands in Louisiana at this time, and for some time now, and for some time in the coming future. He has announced his bid for school board member in the Lawtell area. Good luck to you, Mr. DeCluet, Rocky, better known as Rocky. I see the annual audit report for the finances in Port Barre. Very, very good. I think they came up with a $500,000 annual, profit for the year. And of course, those, you can't expect that every year. But when you can, it sure helps the bottom line for the future.
And our good friend down there, the mayor, has always been very kind to us when we go visit, and we try to be kind to him to promote all their different events they have in Port Barre. Good little town. I mean, they got the municipal library.
And you have to realize they spent quite a bit of money
on the library.
And
Absolutely.
still, when I saw that, I was looking for the library to have brought them down, but things were good. So everybody is a winner.
I think that's what they had done. I think they hadn't gotten a rush to finish the library until they saw they had the funds coming.
Well, then,
and then they got help.
Joe Fred and Donnie Perron and others,
Hogruder.
Ken Marks and Raymond Hogruder and myself and others put up money. The family, Bernie and
the boys
Corny really put up a bunch of money, stepped up to the plate. And they were raised there, and they want to give back.
Time for your prayer.
My prayer. Each weekend before we close the program, we try to remind you to attend the church of your choice this weekend. And we close with a little prayer, a little thought. Lord, bless everything I think, say, do, and suffer, so that it may acquire eternal value for me. Thank you for visiting with us. Thank you for listening to the program. Tell a friend. And Andrew, I certainly want to thank you. And if you have any ideas you'd like to pass on to us, please do so.